Hello, we are back and we need to make 20 pairs. Now we will I can't do that. I need to open. Okay. Back to position. And I can practice Russian in between. I think we can make 2 to 3 pairs now. So what will we do? We will create custom-made flip-flops with pebbles. Very cool. So I need to see now. I was focusing on blue, and I think I created 2 blue last time. So now we can do one more round of blue, and then we are finished with blue. What's now with the internet? Intranet. Not working, huh? Ooh! Flip-flops with pebbles. Now look at this. We have molds. This is size 35. No, yeah, 35. More for kids or small women. And now we put, this is like rubber. We put rubber into mold. I prepared for this, and here is the biggest problem. It doesn't fit correctly. So making flip-flops, it's not that easy. Because you see, I don't know if you can see, but here, yeah, you can see. It's like this, it's a hill. So because the rubber is too big, and that's not good, and that takes my time away. You see, then I need to put glue inside to glue the rubber to the bottom. Like, thumbs up, thank you. If you have any questions why I'm making flip-flops with pebbles, you can ask, because most people don't understand. It's hard to understand because they say, oh, we created shoes to not walk on pebbles, but that's not the whole truth. We created shoes for cold, because walking barefoot is very easy, but it's cold. That's what I experienced. So now we put, you see, when you put this one, it gets ugly. So you need to make new one every few use. And this is example how it looks when it's done, you see. It's like fitness. People will say, oh, it's not comfortable. But if you ever train your body, you know that training is not comfortable. But at the same time, this is paradox. I didn't invent the rules. At the same time, it feels nice and it's healthy for your body. So I don't know who designed it that way, that pain and suffering makes you better, but that's how life works. I would prefer to just sit on the couch all day and be strong and happy, but that's not how life works. So diamonds are made under pressure, and the same concept is with feet. You have a lot of muscles in your feet, and people don't use these muscles. That's why they have flat feet, plantar fasciitis. All the problems almost from health come down to too comfortable lifestyle. If you don't believe me, you can check out Daniel Lieberman. He researched tribes that live in Amazonia, and they still live the old way. They still live like we were designed. And you know what? 60 years old people have same blood pressure than 20 years old. They mostly walk on the front first, which is also something that modern footwear is destroying. They force you to walk on the heel, and when you step on the heel, you put 3 times more pressure on your bones. And your bones can't heal that fast, can't repair that fast. Because if you destroy your muscles, you are good in few days. Maybe if you really tear your muscle, you maybe need 1 month or 3 months. But if you destroy your bones, sometimes there is no solution. You can just get plastic one. That's the difference. Why it's important that you walk like a tiger. You know, you need to step front first. With grace, elegance. So I'm trying to learn Russia also in the meantime, Russian. Я говорю по-русски. Поздравлени. Поздравлени tudi vi. Говорю по-русски. Потому что это похоже. Okay, se prav, we did that. If you have any questions, let me know, because I can tell you how to improve your life. Because it's actually not that hard. You just need to understand this big paradox. The diamonds are made under pressure, so the more you suffer, the greater you will become. Of course, if you win at the end. Now, if you just suffer and then you kill yourself, that means that you were too weak. And all the problems come because people are too weak. If you have weak feet, you will have plantar fasciitis. That's the biggest reason for plantar fasciitis. If you have weak back muscles, you will have back pain. Now I need glue for the gun. Which one is white? White. Living la vida loca. What kind of glue do you like to use? Do you actually care who makes your products, or it's okay if the kids in China are making them? Because most of the people in modern world will say, oh no, it's not okay to use kids for work. But then they buy products from China where they use kids for work, so it's kind of contra what they're saying. You know, because one girl said, I have an expensive taste. And I said, no, your taste is not expensive. Everything you want can be bought from China for €5. Like these bags and stuff. Now tell me why some Gucci bag would be better than any other bag. I can just maybe design, but okay, every eyes have a different liking. So it doesn't really, you can't say that one design is 100% better than the other, because some people like that, some people like that. So if you remove this subjective, it's just, it can't be. And then if you look at the price also, why would be so much more expensive? Because if you look at Zaki Star flip-flops, they are a little bit more expensive, but not even the most expensive. Plastic flip-flops Gucci are more expensive than Zaki Star, with health benefits, handmade, natural material, leather, high quality material. So yeah, now you get the point. Plastic Gucci from China, and then people tell me, oh, your price is too high, or your price is high. I'm just, what are you talking about? I'm way too cheap. And if you look at the prices for the last few years, they doubled. So they are actually better investment than Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is the same price as it was 2 years ago. And Zaki Star flip-flops are double the price. So if you would just buy Zaki Star flip-flops 2 years ago and not wear them, you could sell them for double the price. Easy money-making machine. Now we will put pebbles. You see, like Salt Bay. Just need to make a show. Everything is about the show. Even if you watch Gladiator, the movie, Maximus says, are you not entertained? And his owner tells him, entertain the crowd, Maximus, and you will earn your freedom. And that's the point. Entertain the crowd. What benefits you have from music? And then you see how much time people waste listening to music, just doing nothing. And It's entertainment. It's how you earn your freedom. This should probably go into category of philosophy. Actually, they called me philosopher when I was younger. So maybe there were some truths about that. Oops. Now I need to be careful to not destroy. So I put more pebbles on it than it's necessary. Now I will put down the rest of the pebbles, what is too much. And now we will use the most important tool. This is Gambiara. You need to ask my friend from Brazil what Gambiara means. But this is Gambiara. I was developing this tool for a long time, for a few years, and I tested different options, but this Gambiara is just the best. So now I will put pebbles inside. And what does that do? So you can see that all the pebbles are similar size. You see, for everybody who thinks that this is not comfortable, it's controlled environment. So no flip, you see, there is no sharp ones, but it's not soft, which is very important. So every time you step, your body needs to make some corrections. You need to use your body. I don't know when I say that if people understand what I mean with that. I mean, if you can make push-ups, you should do push-ups. If you can do this, you should do this. Everything you can do with your body, it's meant to be used. So if you have muscles in your feet and you don't use them because you have these comfortable shoes, that's not good for the body then. Now I don't take this as excuse, because people say I can't walk barefoot, and this is such a limiting mindset. You can't yet, you can do almost everything. I can show you here handstand push-ups, I can show you planche, I can show you front lever, and all of this was not possible to me 5 years ago. And now after 5 years, a little bit of training, I can do everything. So yeah, you can walk barefoot and you should walk barefoot. And thank you for another like. It's nice to see that people actually care, because not a lot of people care about that. And that's why here is Zaki Star. Maybe we don't cover the whole market, because most of the people are not that smart, so they don't even think about that. But for those who do care and who do understand how life works, because that's, this product is not just example how the body works, it's example how life works also. If you get stronger, you will have better life. That's just direct correlation. Maybe it's not one-on-one correlation, so if you get 2 times stronger, your life will become 2 times better, but it's definitely correlated. Because just, for example, with posture, see, people are like this. That's not the problem that you are born right. You just use your body the wrong way. Actually, you're too weak. Your back muscles are too weak, so when you use muscles, you go up. Just easy solutions for everything. But to fix posture, people will buy some, I don't know, some tracks that warn you. I saw very good example from one guy that promotes walking barefoot. So he said that we invented a lot of things that are working in a way like you want to clean window, and window is here. You see, here is window, and now you want to clean it, and now you would make a hole here in front of the window, so you can put the ladder inside ladder and climb the ladder to reach the window. But you can clean it from here already. So the main idea of that story is that a lot of innovations today are unnecessary. I was in a summit when people bring the innovations to show to people maybe looking for investments and stuff like that. And they brought red light therapy for like presentation. And then I said, what's the difference than going on a sun? And then they just gave some excuses. Like, yeah, it's not on the sun, it's not every day, and it's not that focused. It's just like, I don't think we need red light therapy, because it's just, also sunglasses, for example. Can we imagine that we were developing for 2 million years? And if you know biology, we were developing evolutionary, so only the most adapted or the best adapted survive. And now you will tell me that after 2 million years, our eyes need sunglasses, because all those people who survived and those who didn't adapt to the sun. It's just crazy. Okay, I understand if you go skiing and there are some very high risk of injury if you don't see something clearly. So I understand that in that case it's not just from health but also from safety perspective good if you have sunglasses or at least something that protects your eye for skiing. But that's like maybe the only reason that you would actually need some protection. Or wind, yeah, if you are cycling and there it's wind and you can get some stone in the eye or flies, insects, but that's it. But people today are so brainwashed that yeah, you need sunglasses, UV. I don't know what's the marketing behind it. Do they say that you will go blind or what? But definitely doesn't make sense. So there is a lot of things that people do that don't have any sense. But there is marketing. Marketing is more important than product. If you just look, for example, my story, how hard is to sell my flip-flops that are healthy, that are actually beneficial for the body, compared to, for example, Nike or some big brand plastic from China, that in many cases, not that it's neutral to the body, but in many cases it's destroying your body. And now I will tell you the biggest marketing, I will say genius idea, but it's a scam actually. So, maybe you know that basketball players have special shoes with higher ankle. Then you have special footwear for football. I think now you can even buy special footwear for fitness, even though I don't even understand why you need footwear in fitness. Because to lift weights you can be barefoot. You have special shoes for running also, which is completely insane if you think about that you run in all these sports. You run in basketball, you run in football, you run in when you run, and they will sell you different shoes for every sport. And what does that do? Like 20 years ago, before they invented this marketing genius trick, they could sell you one, maybe two pair of shoes. If you have one to go somewhere nice and one to train, to run, to do basketball and everything all together. And now they can sell one person 10 times more, because they will sell one pair for basketball, one pair you need for football. Actually, you don't need different shoes for basketball. And now you will say, yeah, it's better. Yeah, you need high ankle for basketball. Now explain why you don't need high ankle for football. It's so retarded when you start thinking about that, and when you understand the behind the scenes. It's just hilarious, and people don't know that. People don't think about that. They just see, oh yeah, there is new special improvement for footwear. Let's buy that. If you want to be the best, you need the best footwear. I think you can play basketball with every shoes, and it depends more on your skill over the shoes. But yeah, when you see there some good players wearing high ankle shoes, you think that the best are doing that. But it's just, if they would wear normal shoes, you would have normal shoes. You know, it's so funny. Because if you say, for example, football don't have high ankle, and I think it's much higher probability to destroy your ankle in football when you actually touch ball with your leg, so you can step on your leg. It's more pressure on the leg, it's more jumping and all this. So yeah, it's just crazy, and it's more contact sport also. So it's much easier to fall or to get hurt. But yeah, people will find the reason, because at the end, people buy it and then they find the reason why they need it, you know. And Zaki Star is definitely not for that kind of people. Zaki Star speaks mostly to those who understand these little tricks. Because tell me, for example, why I created here in this small room better footwear, and that's proven. I work with physiotherapists, we tested. I can show you footprints before and after. So it's visible difference when you wear Zaki Star flip-flops over whatever those people were wearing previously. But they had problems, and probably they were wearing this modern footwear, otherwise if they would walk barefoot they would not have problems. So they had problems, physiotherapist sent them to me, I gave them flip-flops for 1 month to wear, to test, to write down before, after, everyday pain levels. So we measured everything. So when I'm telling this, I'm not like promoting my product, but I'm actually telling you the research that I did in collaboration with physiotherapists, and I even didn't know that the results will be so good. I mean, didn't know, I didn't expect, because it all started when my friend's father said that his physiotherapist told him to walk more barefoot, because I think he had plantar fasciitis or something. And that pain, you probably don't know it yet if you never had it. But some people can't walk because of that. It's so hard. And there is no direct solution. You can't go on a surgery for that, because that's a muscle problem. If you have too weak muscles, you can operate that. And you need to, you get different trainings for your muscles then, and normally it takes people more years to solve that, because of course you do training maybe 5 minutes per day and then you forgot about it. However, at the end of 1 month, actually more 3 weeks, pain levels dropped, arch or a healthy fit shape came back. So I have proof that Zaki Star flip-flops are actually better than everything other. That's a fact. But it's still, people will still believe, like Birkenstock, it's a big, Birkenstock, yeah. It's a big brand, and they're promoting arch support and this comfort cork or something. And then when you understand that arch support just destroys your muscles because you don't need to use it because you already have support. There is muscles that are there to hold arch. If you have arch support, those muscles don't need to work. It's that simple. And people believe that because people believe that they need arch support, and that arch support is good because big brand with 100 years of existence said that, and they promote that. And then everybody thinks, yeah, if they are so successful and if they exist for so long, then they must be right. But that's not the truth, because you can have just the best marketing, you can be just good at sales, but you still have a shit product. Like, just if you actually look at the function, most products are just shit. But people are good sales people, and then they sell you whatever. So my idea is not even to sell you. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you what I do. I'm telling you how body works. I'm telling you what I learned. And now I will not ask you to go on the website and buy, because if you understand what I said, you will probably, and if you are smart enough, you will probably buy yourself. And if don't, then you can buy plastic, you can buy high ankle shoes for basketball. You can be trapped. in every marketing scam, also with discounts. Can you explain how discounts makes any sense? So today I make flip-flops and they are 80 euros and tomorrow they will be just 60. Why? Because my time is different, materials are different. No, the product is the same. Why would you get it cheaper one day than the other? If you can get it cheaper, that means that the first price was scam. Because I believe that Zaki Star flip-flops are priced exactly at fair price. If I put the price lower, I will not have motivation to work, and if I put the price higher, it will be just better for me than for you. So I don't understand how the discounts could be how to say, how discounts could be justified, how to make discounts reasonable. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, I understand that prices are fluctuating on a yearly base, or maybe even more than yearly, because there are different examples or different situations in the world that take some, I don't know, the leather gets more expensive, so that puts the price up, or the inflation, cost of work goes up. So that makes sense then that the product gets more expensive or cheaper. If the leather would get cheaper, I could lower the price. But some sales or tricky discounts, this is just funny. But people buy that, so like I said before, it doesn't even matter the product. All that matter is that you sell it for most brands. So people just want to make quick money, and they don't care about the product, they don't care what the product do, they normally just chase trends. I'm doing this for 10 years. I don't chase trends, I create them. That's the difference between me and 99% of other brands. Because here it's a product with benefits that, even though it was super hard to sell, just imagine that you are selling product at the luxury price, but you are no name. Nobody knows you, you make product like this yourself, but you have price similar to established luxury brands. So most people were just looking at me, are you crazy? But I said, okay, if I want to make product like this, I need to have this price, otherwise I can't do it like this. And I pushed through, I found ways, I did research, and it worked out. But that's a lot of work and determination, and it's not even promised any results, because you can still just, maybe if the results of the product would be worse, I couldn't even continue. So I would put a lot of work into a project that wouldn't work out. It's a risk, but yeah, I mean, I was willing to take that because I want to make something great. But most people just want to make quick money, and the quickest way to make money is to get product in China. You don't need to work like this. You don't need to. I had to spend 3 years just to develop this production system that is now quite efficient, and I have all these molds that I designed, everything, and now you can make flip-flops in, let's say, 1 hour or maybe a little more with all the preparations. But the other opposition is to just order some plastic flip-flops from China. You can make your design. You just look, I ordered this from China. I'm not selling this. You can get it if you want, but I'm not selling it. I sent my measurements, my design. They made hoodie for me also on the back. Yeah. And zero work, and all you need to do is build a website and start selling, and then you can give discount because you got product from China for 5 euros. The price for hoodie normally is probably 30 euros or maybe even more. I don't know what's the real price for hoodie because I ordered this in China. I don't buy clothes anymore because it's all a scam. You just go to Alibaba and order directly from factory. They will make you custom made. It's true that it's a little bit of risk if you get scammed, like you can get bad product, you cannot get products at all, maybe even. But at the end, I think it's still worth it. However, you get cheap product, you put price high, you have zero work. You see, I have work here. So now if you say for discount, that means I put all this work and now I will not get my money. So I will not accept discount. And if I just order from China, have this hoodie, at least until I have a price above my purchase price, wholesale price, I'm at least at zero. So it's easy because here I will never be at zero. I invested my time inside, so I can't get back my time. And there with China, you don't care. You just need to sell. If somebody don't want to buy it for price at 100, you put it for 100, you put it at 95. It's crazy. It's just a little bit crazy. So that's the whole difference behind Zaki Star flip-flops and all the others. And now here is the killer. What will happen when Zaki Star... That's why it's good if you subscribe and if you like also. Thank you for another like. We are on 3 already. You see, and I don't even need this because I was working this. I was doing this for 3 years just developing the product, no sales. I found some email, this will be funny when I will post this. It was crazy feedback from customer. So I was doing all this without any likes or without any praise, and now it's very easy when you actually get recognition for your work. It's much easier, I have to say. Maybe that's why a lot of people give up so early, because at start they get likes, they get recognition, and then they get some bad feedback, so maybe the sales are not so good and they freak out. And I started from nothing, from zero, so it's much easier than when you go from zero and from nothing to having viewers 1 hour, probably more than 100 people were watching this during the whole stream. You get likes, people pay 150 euros for custom made flip-flops. That was never imagined in my mind even. It's beyond my comprehension. So that's very cool. So thanks for support, and you can also like and subscribe, because what's the idea? Of course, if you like the concept and want this concept to grow, because when Zaki Star will become so recognizable and influential that many people will start actually looking behind these tricks. And now I told you the trick about basketball shoes, fitness shoes, football shoes. And now if you understand this, you can just reject the marketing scam, and you start wearing just one shoes for everything. And they will just lose 10 times the profit. And also, maybe you will start looking if the product is healthy for you. So you will stop eating McDonald's, you will stop wearing these high platform shoes, and you will buy different ones like Zaki Star. And I'm not thinking now that everybody will buy just me, because I guess others will also develop. And when that will happen, the big ones will also be forced to change, because when there will be enough people that will stop buying, like I completely stopped buying brands. Actually, I just make it myself, or I have three options. I buy it from China directly, or I buy it from person that I know that he's making something. So if I know my friend or someone that is making hoodies, but not that he's selling it from China, you need to feel this distinction. If somebody actually makes a product, like my friend, he's making wooden spoons. So I got a wooden spoon just because I knew that he's making it. The other option is to, if people are, I will show you this. So now you will have the exact understanding. I use this bag. You see, this is like a backpack. You can use this like to go to the beach. And the idea was that you put flip-flops inside, you send this, and the people get nice Zaki Star. This is like bamboo or something sustainable bag. So that was like an unboxing experience. And I found one that produced this in Slovenia. And I paid 3 euros for it, because I said, okay, I will support people in Slovenia to work. And then look at this disappointment. I don't know if you can see, 100% bamboo made in China. So this piece of shit sold me this for 3 euros per piece, and I can get this for 50 cents from China. So I said, I'm not that stupid. It's the last time I'm buying something from these scammers, because I can order from China directly, and shipping is not that expensive, and I can wait. It's not a problem. I will order swimwear now, and it will come till summer. It's not a problem. So I don't buy anything from these scammers that are selling Chinese products for big margins. Imagine this margin, 3 euros, and in China it's 50 cents. And he has zero work, this brand or company or whatever, zero work, and they get like, what is this, 300% margin. 600% actually, yeah. 50 cents, 600% margin for zero work. I mean, I'm not that stupid to support that, so I don't. But you have many people who don't understand that, and they can do whatever they want. But I said enough is enough. And I will make one more, and then I have a lunch. Because in 1 hour I can make 2 pebble, 30 minutes. Approximately 30 minutes altogether for... It's nice when you stream on YouTube, because when I was streaming on Instagram, that got deleted by the way, now you can follow new Zaki Star on Instagram, Zaki Star in USA or Zaki Star official. But there was no timing, and now I see that it's 50 minutes that I'm streaming now, and I will finish this probably in like 10 minutes. So it's like 30 minutes to put pebbles on sole. Now you can see, that's the transparency. You can see who is making, how long does it take, what needs to be done. Because that, I think, is also one very important part. Maybe I will have some people that I will teach them how to do it, and you will see how bad they do. It's super hard, you need to understand. It takes like 1 month to learn how to make flip-flops like this, even if I show you. So the real transparency and sustainability. Opa, I got some. Okay. It's just interesting that these molds are not so good. You know, you would think people are sending rockets to moon. Maybe not people, but countries. And then I can't make like perfect fit for perfect mold to fit here. But the point is that it's not that simple, because the rubber, it's not always the same, materials are stretching and shrinking, so you need to be quite, And I'm even doing it in a slow, like focused manner. Yeah, it will be actually 1 hour for 2. It's very good. So 30 minutes for this. It's like 20 minutes for that part, 5 minutes, 20. So that's 40. So 1 hour and 10, 15 minutes. Evo. Flip-flops with pebbles. And now Gambiara, and we just finished this pair. Because now the pebbles are not in the glue enough, and we fix that. And the problem with this part is because not every pebble is the same, not every rubber is the same, glue is not the same, so we have a lot of not fixed measurements. That's why human work is like you see how much time and work does it take to make one pair, one little pair. And hopefully I hope that it's not the same size. Yeah, okay, it's okay. It's okay. That's all for today. Subscribe. 1 hour exactly. I'm closing in 1 hour.